Hello my friends, I have another handpan exploration for you. This time we're going to take a look at Sonido De Mano, and I have a couple instruments from him. He's an Italy-based maker and fantastic person to work with, really respects the art and is willing to work with you as a future purchaser of the instrument. Sonido De Mano Handpans have a very particular timbre to them, a very particular tonal quality. I personally really like this sound. It's really warm, it's very ethereal, and it's really perfect for meditative players or players who like a lot of sustain and sympathetic resonance. His instruments are made from stainless steel with a chromed top. This one is like a brassed chrome finish. And they get these beautiful, beautiful colors as they oxidize. These are far more resistant to rust than a typical pan would be. And I actually like the ever-changing color of the instrument. You treat these the same way you treat any other handpan with an oil, but they're really, really unique instruments. So let's take a look. So as with a couple other makers, Sonido De Mano has very soft borders. So there is a definition to where they end, but because they're soft, the instrument tends to act as a whole. So there's a lot of sympathetic resonance between one note and an octave or a fifth. For me as a songwriter and a musician that actually writes music, this is a good thing. I like when notes have positive interactions with each other. Crosstalk would be negative interaction, where you were, a half step apart, an F sharp and a G, and those two notes clash with each other. This has positive sympathetic resonance, which I think is a fantastic thing. One of the other features you'll notice, it's a pretty large size, and it's relatively flat compared to other instruments. I'd say it's about as flat as a sunpan. And the feel of it is very glossy and smooth, and I like the tension in the tone fields. They don't feel loose. And for me as a player that likes that feedback, I enjoy playing instruments that have a little bit more resistance when I'm striking them. So it's a perfect thing for players who have a hard touch, and also people who have a lighter, more yogic touch. Here is the C minor chord. So in my mind, something that's very useful for handpan players are travel instruments. And Sonido De Mano is making these, not quite half size, but maybe 3/4 size inch instruments. They're about the size of a large serving plate. And very portable, very light. Same material, same stainless, with that brassed chrome top available on the top. But they're super stable instruments. And they have tuned shoulders too, which is pretty amazing. So let's take a look at the Sonido De Mano travel pan. So one of the other special things about these, again, like I said, are the tuned shoulders. So if you were playing just in the center, so who are these types of instruments for? I feel like this style of instrument is good for meditative players, for people who want to create a soundscape rather than have really short, individual, crisp notes. The beauty of this type of tuning and this type of material is that there's a wholeness to the sound of these instruments. So when you strike one note, there's some activation on the other ones sympathetically. And for someone like me who likes to write music, this fills in some of the cracks in songwriting. So you have a little bit more space to slow down and to create a movement in a different way than you would with something that's a nitrided pan. And that's one of the big arguments between people who are very nitrid pan friendly and people who are more interested in stainless steel. As someone who writes music and is a faster player, I don't mind the stainless. I don't think it's a problem. I think it's learning to work with the instrument you have and adapting your playing to that particular material. So I find no issue in adapting my own music to a handpan that's stainless with a long sustain. And these are in the lower price range, very affordable. And I honestly take this with me everywhere. It's a super lightweight and just a unique handpan to bring with you to events, or just to have fun. If you're on a hike, this is an easier thing to carry than a full-size instrument. The full-size instrument as well has that same sympathetic resonance, and I really like it. I think people who play in yoga settings and people who are looking to create sort of a beautiful soundscape for meditation or places where you want to fill a room with sound, this is the right instrument and material for that. So check out Sonido De Mano's work on Instagram and YouTube, and be on the lookout for more music from me on these instruments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.